Welcome back to Beards and Brews. Hey, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe or follow no matter where you're listening. Not only does it help us out, but you'll know exactly when we have another one brewing. Gentlemen, it's been 20 years. This is the room.
It's about damn time we've done this movie.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's been mentioned a billion times, and I didn't want to do it. Like, what are we going to say that hasn't been said before?
I think I brought it up like once every month for the past 3 years, but it's
It's almost like a running gag. It's like, oh, we have this list of movies to go through. It's like, and you're always just like, what about The Room?
This is in its own category. Like, there is the
Sincerely.
whole, it's so bad it's good, but this is like, it's so fucking weird you can't look away.
Yeah, it's not just bad. It is bad, but it's not just bad. This is the love child of one man. This is Tommy Wiseau, who produced, wrote, directed, and starred in this film.
And he's double billed. Tommy Wiseau and Tommy Wiseau's ass.
I think he needs to be triple billed because he's got those two hams. They need their...
I watched the YouTube version, so I was saved from all of the gratuitous stomach grinding and ass flaunting and
Lord.
the Skeletor orgasm face.
Give these people but no, like
Come on, Lisa.
you miss the perfect cadence of just like a good bad movie. Like I don't even want to call it that because I think you're absolutely correct with like in its own class. But like you missed an entire third of the movie. Like it's just like sex scene after sex scene explicitly, and it's hilarious.
There is so much sex. Like, it's not even all that explicit. There's just a lot of this one bitch's titties just throughout.
She looks like Becky from Roseanne.
She does look like Becky from Roseanne. She's cute, though. She's cute.
I was kind of getting annoyed, like, partway through. It's like, man, like, what the fuck? Like, it just keeps going. There's hardly, like, in-betweens between these scenes. And I just looked over to the missus, and she's like, you know what? Good for her.
Yeah, you're right. The transitions in this film aren't great. It's like this scene, all right, then we've got this scene. Then we've got this scene, and nothing really to sort of stitch all of these things together.
There is no sinew needed, okay? Each little vignette is a meal of its own to let you in on Tommy Wiseau's personal trauma and how this
For sure.
Christ-like figure was betrayed.
So I know that for years, this is, of course, an iconic movie, and we're going to poop on it, we're going to have fun. But I do want to say, I don't hate this movie, and I kind of want to say it's not bad. The reasoning is going to be because, like, this entire thing feels like a fucking fever dream. It is 100% liminal. And just going back and watching this again, there's like this odd aura of nostalgia on top of like the goofs and the bullshit that's in this movie.
So it's like you're watching a modern age Lifetime movie?
It's something. It's almost bewildering.
The only reason that I would say that I would give the argument that this movie is not bad, and it is, because everything that happens in this movie is absolutely deliberate. Everything is done specifically how Tommy Wiseau wanted it to be. To him, this is perfect.
And you know what? It's all wrong. That's why it's so fucking fascinating. It's just all wrong. Like, everything you see, you end with the thought of like, well, that was a decision.
Every time you see Tommy Wiseau's ass, his bare ass, that was a decision to be made by Tommy Wiseau himself. He wants us to see his ass.
Do you guys think, like, this happened to him? This is just retelling of some traumatic life event. This is his real woman who left him, and he wants to show a movie that he wasn't a bad guy. And he did not hit her. He did not.
I'm absolutely convinced. This is like coping mechanism.
Has to be.
He did not.
I'll tell you, whoever was in real life, I bet she was a bitch.
Oh man,
Dude.
can we find the real Lisa? Like, she's famous now.
We got to do some investigative reporting so we can get her on the cast.
Well, the first place we have to look, San Francisco.
Oh yeah, I actually completely forgot this takes place in San Francisco.
How could you?
We do see like the actual house from Full House in the opening credits, so how could I forget?
Yeah, it's actually kind of funny because like this movie opens up with like 6 minutes worth of opening shots, and all it is just like a postcard version of San Francisco. It's like, yeah, you know all the famous shit. You know where we are.
Yeah,
You'll
there's
never see it again. We're just going to be in this prop alley and on this prop roof and in this prop ass room with the door open so Denny can come and go as he pleases.
well, he's not the only one coming and going as he pleases.
Oh! Tommy Wiseau's character, did you guys notice this? Like, he just wants all of his friends, his Denny's, all these little people just to come over his house and fuck. And that he's cool with it.
Yeah, that's
If
his
they're
thing
cool
though.
with it.
Well, that's his thing though. Like he is the goodest guy, not just a good guy.
He's such a good guy. He even wants his 18-year-old sort of adopted step neighbor, I don't know, to come over and, I don't know, maybe finger bang his fiance every once in a while. But it's cool.
I don't know. Like, is he supposed to be a mentor or something? It just looks like he kidnapped one of the kids from Home Improvement.
Oh my god.
Like, how come no one called the security on Danzig rolling up to the studio and yoinking a kid?
They didn't want to find hell.
Wait, is this why we haven't seen JTT since 1998?
Oh no, that was his first pick. It was too hard on him. He died.
No, he's in witness protection at this moment.
Oh, they pried him away from JTT finally.
So, yeah, we mentioned Tommy Wiseau plays this character. His name is Johnny, and Johnny is, like, he is absolutely meant to be the most good person. Like, so righteous. He's, you know, this, like, some kind of a lone guy. He's got a great job. He's gonna be up for a promotion. He's got a beautiful fiance. What could go wrong?
The answer was damn near everything.
The answer was his fiance being a little hoe. That could go wrong.
It's so... Oh, man. Like, this whole relationship between Johnny and Lisa, it's been through the ringer, but, like, was there any reason for the infidelity? She was so aggressive with it, it's laughable. Like, she's literally just throwing it around.
Dude, that was something that I kept thinking about throughout. So, at first, she starts with this little tryst. And then you go, oh, well, yeah, whatever. But then it becomes this thing. Like you said, she throws it around aggressively. She's just like literally waiting for someone to step outside of the room to make out with Mark and lay in his lap.
Yes.
And that shit is mind-blowing.
Yeah, there's no time. Like, as soon as Johnny leaves the room or turns his back to make a sandwich, she's just on her fucking burner phone like, hey, I need some dick.
It happens so quickly, too. It's like, day one, I think I've decided that I'm not in love with Johnny anymore. Day two, all right, I'm in love with Mark. We're going to run away together or something. Meanwhile, Mark's just like, whoa. I don't know about all that, but all right, let me unzip a little bit.
Dude, those are facts. He's like, don't do that. No, pull it to the left.
Yeah, let's just bang it out on the stairwell. Perfect.
Oh, you know that can't be comfortable.
Oh, dude, no sex scene in this entire movie looked comfortable at all.
Oh.
Dude, you missed out, man. Like, he was hot. Like, he was aiming for a belly button.
But speaking of that stairwell that you were talking about, it doesn't go anywhere. Did you guys notice that? It just go like they try and sort of hide it in shadows or whatever, but those stairs just go into the wall.
That's why Tommy has to crouch down when he's eavesdropping.
Yeah, they wind up becoming like little goblins over there in the corner when they're trying to like come up to the bedroom on the second floor.
Oh, you're talking about the ones that go up. There's ones that go down or supposed to go down. Those just go straight into the wall.
You talking about the roof one?
No. The one, yeah, there's like the main room that you come into. I know I'm always talking about like the geography of everything.
No, it's important, especially here because there are none or is none.
So you walk on the outside and you were in like the main room where almost everything takes place in. There are stairs that go up to, I guess, the bedroom, but there's also another set of stairs that just go straight into the wall. At least I think it's supposed to be stairs. You see an arm rail that, you know, usually stairs are attached to or are attached to stairs, but it just goes straight into the wall. What's going on here?
Chan man, you're my favorite customer. Just gotta let it go. Just let it go.
It's the same way on the roof. It's the same way on the roof, though. As soon as they walk into that fucking little building, you turn left to nothing. And like you guys brought up earlier, that's the end of the scene. They're just supposed to slam the door, and you're supposed to accept it.
Well, we talked about it a little bit beforehand. I really think this was supposed to be like a stage production. So all we have is just these sets that are, you've got like one entrance, one exit, and nothing else matters.
Yeah, very sitcom-y, like a 3/4 type set, with like the open back where like all the cameras and junk are. Even the way that people flow in and out of rooms, like people will just show up, line, exit stage left, even one after the other.
Like, mom shows up to have, I don't know, 3 lines
Mom.
of dialogue with her daughter, and then it's like, okay, bye.
She's only there to deliver bad news, and mostly about herself or her financial situation.
Look, the mom in this movie is a gem. Like, she's the only one that I believe who was anywhere near legitimate.
I wrote that down. Mom is the only goddamn person in this movie that can act at all.
No.
So when she dropped the bomb, I'm talking about, the C-bomb, what I'm saying? Breast cancer.
Mm.
It's the most nonchalant, horrific thing I've ever heard.
It's said in passing almost. She's like, oh,
Yeah.
dearie, I'm fucking dying, but don't worry about it. How's your money?
And Lisa was completely just whatever about it. She's such a sociopath. Her mom was literally like, I'm dying. The test results came back. It's breast cancer. Womp.
But I still don't love Johnny anymore.
God damn it, I'm dying here.
She just turns into that grandma from Dante's Peak.
Yeah.
Also, Mom, I had sex with someone else.
Also, Mom, I'm banging someone right now. You need to leave.
Yeah, he's actually waiting to come in the door, so, like, unless you want to see some shit.
Unless you want to see me underwears.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God, Denny does.
He does. He wants them. He wants them for his collection.
Oh,
Like,
who's at the door? It's Denny. Oh, nice to meet you. What are you here for? My 3:30 grooming lesson.
Ugh. Roz.
But no, she does, in fact, see some underwear a little bit later because, I don't know, there's these 2 other friends that get introduced halfway through the movie. They just come into the apartment because they have their own keys or something, and they're like, all right, we're gonna bang here on the couch, I guess.
No, they just kind of slipped in so she can give that guy some head or whatever. And gentlemen, I know for a fact we have all worked at the same workplace at one time. We went to work on days where we didn't give a single shit. This guy showed up to work to act and gave like negative shits. Like his face was just so dopey and just like, oh my god! I just fuck that dude. He's just there, just sarcastically acting.
I'll give him the same credit that I will give to Denny. They both knew their role as fucking extras in a porno film. That's what they are.
You're not wrong.
Yes. Oh my god, yes. That is flawless.
There's still random other people that we haven't talked about that just show up and they act like we're supposed to know who they are. Like this Peter guy. He's just a friend and it's like, oh, he's a psychologist. Okay, well, I guess that's where we are now. Sure.
Yeah.
Well, you're supposed to know because they're all my friends, and you should like them because they're my friends.
Pete, you're so funny. Why is your last name File?
Let's go eat out. Everything is fine.
Is that Tommy Wiseau impersonating Christopher Walken? Is that what we're doing there?
It's a little haberdash in there.
Yeah.
We don't know. We'll mix it up.
Joe Dirt. Well, I mean, we can go over the plot. Yeah, I mean, if that's what you want to call it.
There's not a whole lot, and what it is, it's just Lisa's a whore.
But it's not just that. It's a little bit extra. So, Tommy being the goodest guy.
Yep.
Not only does he have a fiance or whatever, just like banging the whole neighborhood, but he did not get his promotion at work. So, like, everything's starting to crumble for literally no reason other than the baddest thing has to happen to the goodest guy.
But they have already implemented my ideas. I'm saving them so much money.
Yes, that's a good one.
It's just so non-binary. Like, them, they, like, who does he work for? Never said.
The bank.
The shadow agency that supplies him with his father's old suits.
Or supplies him with his blood to drink, because that man's a vampire.
Fucking Dragulia. It's from Transylvania. I teach you how to save the money.
Jenny runs in. Was it
Master?
Oh, he's Renfield. Yeah.
Yes.
To me, this is just Glenn Danzig attempting to play the role of the animated Tarzan.
2 worlds, one family. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, sign me up.
I'm on board. Like, I know this movie's been torn to death, but man, there's something outwardly special about watching Tommy Wiseau just gobble the scenery.
Just gobble
Okay.
it.
If we're
He's
going to
just-
talk about gobbling scenery, I know we're jumping ahead, but it's like the end bit when he fucking dry humps her dress. Oh my god.
If that was something that disturbed you, man, please watch the unedited version because there are some pumps that just oof. You're looking right down Main Street. It's fucking nuts, dude. Literally. It's almost like he made that entire first third of the movie as like some living Tinder profile for the future.
Oh,
Yeah,
You
no
know?
doubt. He wants everyone in the future to know Tommy Wiseau knows how to fuck.
does he?
I mean-
I'm Tommy Wiseau. This is my plumbing business. I like so much pipe.
They sold me.
Yeah, I don't know. At least, you can say I'm Tommy Wiseau and this is how I fuck. And if you are interested, contact me because this is I have a very specific set of skills.
This is an hour 40 movie version of just like the phone number on the bathroom stall.
Yeah, I'm a good guy. I will buy you a red dress and a dozen flowers.
And then I will dick you down, and it will all be for cheap, 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 cheap.
It all comes back to the hubris, though. This movie is how he interprets these awful events, like he, I guess, lost his job and his girl just fucked around and stuff. But this is how he perceived the situation, how much he felt a victim.
Oh, yeah.
Not only did she cheat, but she slept around town with his best friend, with everybody. And she turned into a fucking sociopath overnight.
I mean,
Leaving.
yeah, that's basically what we got here. Because maybe she was a sociopath before this. We don't know what happens before, that first time she gets Mark's dick in her mouth, Maybe it's just that magical that she just goes unhinged.
Oh, you tell me that Tommy just doesn't have the same passion.
And speaking of some unhinged passion,
Ugh.
we'll see. This is some hard kombucha. It doesn't really get much more unhinged than that, I don't think. This is the passion fruit punch. And I think Lisa's going to get one of those here in a little bit. This is a 6.0% alcohol by volume hard kombucha from JuneShine. This is out of San Diego, California, I want to say. Yep. This smells weird, man. I'm a fan of kombucha, but I've never in my life had a hard kombucha, so we'll see how this goes. Smells like passion fruit with a little bit of sauerkraut.
Just like Tommy Wiseau.
I bet.
Oh, my
yeah.
God. Well, while we're waiting for you to grab this tasty brew, much like whenever Mark and Tommy were grabbing their tasty brew, how's your sex life?
No, it's fine. This is tart, baby. This is tart.
Oh, did your face sink in like a face anus?
Face anus. No, if you guys remember those, what was it, Keystone Light commercials back in the day, bitter beer face, that's what I just got. This is different. For my first hard kombucha, now I like kombucha. I like it a lot. This is whack.
Oh no.
I haven't heard like a bad review out of you yet. There's always something very positive, so I can only take it that this must be extra bad.
Oh no, I remember a couple when he was like, "Oh, this is bullshit," and that one where the can wasn't filled all the way.
I remember Brewdog. I'm still angry at that.
Still salty. He's a salty dog for Brewdog.
Yeah, but no, this is just kind of weird. I don't think this should exist, really. Like, either drink a beer or a hard seltzer or kombucha. You don't need to have both. Maybe it's just the passion fruit flavor. I don't know. I got a variety pack, so I'm going to have to go through all the rest of the flavors at some point. This is bad. Don't buy this.
Well, speaking of scathing reviews, Tommy's review of learning that Lisa's been telling people that he's been beating the shit out of her doesn't go quite as planned.
Yeah, he's
And need I remind you that this scene is edited out of order? Like, in no way the movie has, like, hinted at that she was doing until after the fact.
Yeah, this is one of sort of the memorable quotes. And this movie is full of memorable quotes just because they're so bad.
Yeah.
But this one that's, I feel like, pounded and pounded. I did not hit her. I did not hit her. Oh, hi, Mark.
You gave it a little too much hesitation. It's all one hyphenated sentence.
Well, at first, he's talking to himself. The first bit, he's walking up to the roof, speaking only to himself. This is his soliloquy, his monologue. Oh, hi, Mark.
And I know this has been everywhere for fucking ever, 20 years, but isn't it just fun to see this included in its source material? Like, this is, like, you see it in the wild, like, oh yeah, Leo meme, point at that.
Yes, and here it is in its native 480p coming at us.
I mean, if we're going to talk about, and we have to, but if we're going to talk about the visuals of this, man, that green screen, when they're up on the roof, that's just abundant 2003 green screen.
Oh, there's something nostalgic about it to me. I think it's like this is the movie that if I had the opportunity to make when I was like 14 or 15, I was like, I'd be satisfied with that. But this movie's by a grown man who spent $6 million.
God
Yeah,
bless. Think about that budget.
Yeah, like it went right to charity. Little Billy could have had his wings or something. Wait, that sounds bad.
Oh, jeez. I did not hit it. I did not, little Billy. He just pummeled it to death.
Oh no, Denny.
Oh, different kind of way.
Into it.
Never mind. But no, I definitely feel like this movie was optimized to be viewed on the PlayStation 2.
There it is. I think it's like under the Midnight Club menu, right?
Oh, sure. It's
Oh,
got-
shit. That you can play it in the rearview mirror as you drive.
But this whole shebang between Tommy and Mark is just like otherworldly. Like I know it's one of those things where I don't know if I have anything new to add to the conversation, but it's just so out there and just almost abstract. This whole conversation almost feels like it doesn't exist between two real people.
No, and they're real life friends, so they know each other, and there's zero on screen like chemistry. It makes no sense.
It's like everyone's just perpetually annoyed by this man.
I feel like
Yeah.
most dialogue in here is unrealistic to the point. No one says any of the words that anyone is saying in here in real life. The dialogue is beautiful in that it's so otherworldly.
So, what if Tommy made this movie as like a super expensive threat to Mark to let him know that he knew that he was having an affair with his wife, and if he didn't cut that shit out, he was going to kill himself?
Oh, he's like literally in the like back rooms reading the script, sweating it out. Like, well, ooh, familiar, huh? Tommy, what's going on?
Exactly.
One of the things that really intrigues me is how Mark just doesn't, like, he is okay with dropping hints here or there. He doesn't really try and cover it up. I mean, a little bit, but, you know, he's talking about, he's like, yeah, I've got this, you know, this woman problem and she's married and, you know, the guy doesn't know and the problem is he's a good guy and
Yeah, it's just wildly inconsistent, and I can't say like, oh man, this is shit, but like, I know it is. You know, it's just one time Mark is like, oh man, he's my best friend, I don't want to shag, then fucks her anyway. It's just like, oh, whatever, the hell with it. It's almost like this whole movie's a big shrug at this point.
Well,
Yeah.
if you notice, I picked this up and I thought I was very clever. Mark is all about being regretful that he's doing this, but he can't stop himself. He's just like, no, I don't want to, but oh man. Then whenever he gets tackled at the park, he's like, no, fuck you, dude. I'm banging your chick.
Oh, it hurt him. He took it a little too rough.
Exactly.
He brings the old pigskin in the bedroom with Lisa.
that pigskin.
Oh, she's got to like fucking ping pong ball it out.
Oh, yeah.
16, 24, hut.
You can be my quarterback, or just be on your back.
Oh, don't worry, Lisa. I'm going to be tearing you apart.
Oh no, that's a threat. That's a threat. He does have a gun upstairs.
Yeah, he does. Well, like, whenever he's in the house and he tells her, Lisa, I did not hit you, he immediately shoves her onto the couch.
Nice, yeah, he's like, you know I didn't hit you, but I'm going to hit you now.
Oh, it's just a little love tap. You know, she landed on something soft anyways. It's not like beating the dust off her on the stairs or anything.
Yeah, I mean, like, this coming from Dracula, it could have been a lot worse.
Was.
You guys catch the little Disney store sneak-in ad there? Whenever he's walking across the street?
Yeah, that's just him filming whatever. Like, he didn't ask anybody for permission. He's
It's
just
like,
there.
Disney is in my movie.
Also, speaking of asking permission, can we talk about this soundtrack just for a little bit? Just for
It's yeah, yeah, because it's like the best thing about this movie. Like, not even joking.
to me, it was like all the songs in this soundtrack were something that he purchased on Fiverr and was like, "Hey, have you heard Red Light Special by TLC? Okay, do that, but like only $5 worth."
100%, just $5, because the rest of the movie is just filled with the same sex scene music. So that's just kind of whatever. So you spend most of this movie just in an elevator.
I have $15 to spend on the soundtrack. Give me 3 songs that are all $5 good.
$5 good.
Dude, that should be a line in the fucking movie. Just could you imagine Tommy Wiseau literally pitching this? Just, I need 3 songs that are $5 good, and someone's like, "I got you, fam."
You're
Yeah.
my customer.
Oh, yes.
Oh, hey Tommy, that'll be $5 good. You're my favorite customer. Bye bye.
We haven't even talked about that scene. I feel like that scene is one of the legendary scenes from this movie, too. It's early on, he walks into this flower shop, and all of the dialogue is delivered completely out of order from what would make any kind of sense.
It's such an impactful scene. It's something that I had to show the missus. It's like, all right, honey, breathe, and here it is. It feels like it, but you did not suffer a stroke. But like you mentioned earlier, it's intentional. So like this is his art. And I don't know if I should say that. I feel like I just cursed myself.
Okay,
Oh,
like
no.
we have to
Have you
sort of-
found the beauty in it?
I like it, man. I think this is like the third time watching. I'm just like, you know what? This is rewatchable as hell.
we have to sort of like think about this. Is it the result or the intention? Is this sort of like a what's that band, the Shags? Is this like the Shags?
Oh man, we're like this. It just exists in spite of, yeah, I guess humanity.
Or is this like is this the Shags or is this Captain Beefheart?
Ooh, yeah. There's no buff here. This is all shag.
Yeah, it's really difficult to sort of see, is this intentional? Is this, how much credit do you give to that? I don't know.
I mean,
can't-
this is what he wanted. And we haven't even touched on the fact this whole thing is supposed to climax with some kind of like wedding party or pre-wedding party, and everybody's dressing up in tuxes for whatever reason.
Why do none of these tuxes fit?
Oh yeah, I was going to ask that actually. Is this how we looked in 2003 wearing tuxes?
No,
that-
they just went to go rent tuxes. That's it. That's just
But
what they
they're not even
had.
close to the right sizes. Like
Yeah,
his
What they
suit
had.
is not even close to the right size throughout the entirety of the movie.
Oh, it's just like one of those things you dig into. Well, turns out Mr. Wiseau is a really big Talking Heads fan. This is just like small little thing right here.
No, it's, I want a tuxedo, but it fits like a zoot suit. We're going to have a riot.
What?
Yes. He just rips it off and he's like, chip, 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 and starts fucking moshing with Mark.
Well, that's, I mean, what's more manly than having all your fellas in tuxes and tossing the old football around an alley? Question mark.
I got me. Maybe
I'll tell you what's manlier. Fucking Denny's positioning whenever old psychiatrist boy fell down. Okay. So he's going, I'm going to catch the football. And he falls, and Denny comes running up in his tux. And he is in the doggy style mount on this guy, like, I'm Denny, are you okay? And it's just fucking creepy.
It's pretty gross. But the guy that they picked for Johnny's friend from work is just creepy anyways.
he was his friend from work.
Yeah, it was mentioned.
Well, he's a psychologist, and
Exactly.
and Johnny works at a bank.
You're
Is
right.
that out? Okay.
You go in for taking out a loan and checking on your horoscope. What are you, a Capri Sun? Fantastic. $50,000.
So, what does Lisa do for a living? She mentions being in computers or tech or something, but she never leaves the house.
I think her job is just to be DTF.
She's a phone sex operator. That's what's
Okay.
going on, and that's how they met.
Oh, man, that's a great headcanon. Like, she works as a phone sex operator. She doesn't want to, but she falls in love with one of her clients. Turns out if it's her fiance's best friend. And then you have
Ooh.
the entanglement. Oh, man, we should write this movie. I call it La Room.
Lab room. Yes. Okay. There's some bits that I would love to talk about because, like, plot wise, we have Lisa who is still just fucking away at old Mark, and our hero, the intrepid, the Christ-like Tommy Wiseau, has recorded and has found out and is now at his birthday party, question mark, maybe.
Yeah.
And shit pops off where the affair basically comes out to him, even though he's already aware. And him and Mark start fucking beefing. Now,
Yeah, they do.
in this beef, though, they fight and come to an agreement like, I'm sorry, man, I love you, we're gonna drop it. And then literally 2 fucking seconds later, he's making out with his girl again.
That's just the power of love.
Brr, brr, brr.
I mean, what can I say? I mean, just come at me, motherfucker.
Cash me outside, how about that?
Same energy.
What's going on here? You don't understand what's going on. Well, keep your stupid comments in your pocket.
And then he does.
Pants.
There's a scene where, like,
brand tuxedos.
yes, I was gonna say there's a scene where he's wearing like a sleeveless tee and some Jinko jeans, just hanging out. Or that one dude runs up, is like, "Oh, they saw me underwears," and he's like, life sucks.
Okay, that conversation is literally there to eat up time. That's all it is. It is fucking padding. There is zero need for it, except for the fact that they needed to fill 5 minutes of this guy giving you an entirely too detailed description of what we had just watched 5 minutes ago.
There is so much in this movie that is only meant to be like time wasters. Did you notice that we watched 2 different people at the coffee shop earlier? 2 different people give their orders in a movie before Tommy and Mark get to make their order. Why? We don't know.
San Francisco is a busy city. What better way to show how alive a city is than to show 2 people that make cafe orders that don't even get fulfilled?
Don't you want a donut with it? No, I don't want a donut. I'm just going to take a drink and ask about my wife.
Yeah, do you want a donut? No, I do not. Anyway, how's your sex life?
Dude, yes.
Anyway, so Johnny announces that they're expecting a child.
Oh
It's
my
Denny.
god.
Nowhere.
It's just Denny.
But yes, they
He
are
just comes out whole. He's just gonna make another one.
Ooh! Oh, that's a thing he can do. He like alien Dracula's people's energy, and then she poops out Denny's.
Exactly.
Is that how we got here?
See, that's why she doesn't love him anymore. It's been 2,000 years, you know.
Maybe it's because he is who tore Lisa apart.
Oh, he broke her. That's why he had to start using the belly button. Oh no!
Now we know, and knowing is half the battle. Actually, he has to screw the belly button.
No.
Is this actually a sci-fi film and we didn't even know it?
Goodness, he does look like a lizard man.
Lizard Man, and Lizard Man.
I feel like this whole movie is just like all the clips they show in the background of like ancient aliens just pieced together.
I don't know Tommy Wiseau's background, but I thought that he might have been like a burn victim at one point. No, that's just how he looks. That's his natural self.
Yeah, he just looks like putty,
He's got that Jack Nicholson Joker face.
but that's his whole body.
He looks like he's carved out of clay, and in not a good way.
I'm chiseled from stone, Lisa.
Oh man, but he makes sure that you see every little crevice.
Ugh,
Good for
Too
him, I
too
guess.
many crevices. Yeah, I mean, he's got a body. I guess.
That's the most basic thing. Yes, this man has a body. This is an man. Question
Okay.
mark.
One more thing I want to talk about this little party that they're having, which is, I guess it's a birthday party, but they're also taking wedding pictures there for some reason. I don't know. So Lisa, we mentioned earlier that she has people leave, so she and Mark can make out or whatever. And then they all come back in and she's like, all right, everybody, let's go outside again, everyone. All right, let's go back inside, everyone. Like, this only serves to have everyone in frame or everyone off frame.
Well, it's a party, so they have to be doing something. And that's what they do. They leave and they return. Things have happened. You're watching a movie. That'll be $10, sir.
Was this a movie?
No, this was a telenovela of Tommy Wiseau's life.
Tommy Novella. I dig it.
Nice. That also just happens to be attached to his Tinder profile.
Man, they
Yes.
just need To be honest, he's such an untapped piece of potential. Just put him in the next Expendables movie. He's just the bad guy.
Ooh.
Can we get Tommy Wiseau as the bad guy for like a Steven Seagal film?
Yes, God, yes. Please let there be a fist fight and everything. The man's 70.
Oh, it could just be two extras with their hair in their face that we never see just going at it.
Two body doubles? Absolutely.
And it's just like the most intense fight ever, and then no one wins, and they're sitting there, and it cuts back to Steven Seagal's face with like a single drop of sweat, and he's like, "You're a good fighter." And then it cuts over to Tommy Wiseau, and he's like, "Thank you, you're excellent too."
I am a better love maker. Would you like to see that too?
Oh, I was gonna say Tommy Wiseau would go for the kiss. Absolutely.
Oh. Yeah, dude. And then they end up going to a strip club because that's necessary in a Steven Seagal film.
Oh man, it's just the way he grabs titties. That upsets me.
He's getting a titty. Like, he's like, "This is my one shot. It's okay. Grab it."
Well, he would have a lot of opportunity in this because, man, Lisa, she just constantly has the titties out. Like the whole movie, every other scene, for no reason.
Yeah.
Just got the titties out.
I felt real bad too because that's just forever going to be there.
Mhm.
Just forever.
These are long love scenes. I've seen this in its entirety with the love scenes. They are long. And
I thought you were
the
going to talk about her long titties.
oh, I mean, they ain't orangutan titties, but
The long way.
so. But these are long scenes. Could you imagine, honestly, being that actress and having Skeletor grind away at you for this long?
Well, at the end of the day, Tommy was not very happy with his little party, and he decides to do the one thing any party host should do: commit suicide.
Dude just takes the gun out, and he's got it in like a treasure box.
It's just from his old days of being like a PI or something.
Oh, I used to track down unfaithful lovers. It's how I knew to record you, Lisa. Now I take my own life with this extra gun from Face Off.
Oh man, maybe that's why he's so weird. He's just seen so much shit being like a John Wick assassin.
It wasn't used actually in the film, but it is a replica, and it was $4,000.
And Brady, you'd mentioned before, like, everybody runs in, just all of a sudden they love the man again. It's like, oh man, I didn't mean to sleep with several dozen dudes. Oh man.
It's like the exact opposite of what happens whenever you do commit suicide, I can only assume. Your loved ones, instead of being hurt, are now like, oh, we have mended all sins and love one another to the point to where they literally look like they may fuck atop him.
Ooh, it's really rough, especially Denny. And he runs in, tells everybody to leave, like he wants to capture the last warmth from his body, and it's just weird.
Yeah, gonna suck out the last breath or something. Be shit.
Okay, so this is the room. This is... There's nothing we've said that hasn't been said before, but I think I really like this movie now. It's the third time I saw it. The first time was actually live with a couple buddies with the whole riff tracks thing. Wonderful experience, but like sitting down and just like almost with a little critiquing mind, this thing is just shouldn't exist, but it does. And it's just everything is wrong about it, and I don't know. I don't know if it's charm or I have some like Nightingale effect or something, but I think this is going to wind up in my like rewatchable pile because it's just so fucking odd, absurd, wrong, obtuse, anything else that I can't think of because the thesaurus in my mind is completely ruined by this movie now, but recommended.
It's got such a strange vibe the entire time you watch it because you can view it from a different character's POV almost every time you watch it in the idea of, well, why in the hell does that person do this? It's fun for the rewatch because you will, I promise, catch dumb, weird shit happening that you didn't notice before because it's all over the fucking place. Can I call it good? Can I call it art? No, but I do think it's a really fucking neat training tool. You know what I mean? Like if you were at school and they were showing you a gun safety video, it sucks, but it gets the point across. That's what this does.
That's actually like double meaning because the guy does wind up shooting himself.
Yeah.
So you think this is going to get sent to film schools and it's like, hey, whatever they're doing here, don't do this. You see this dialogue? Don't do that. You see how they're acting? Don't do that. Yeah, this is my final thoughts. If you're trying to make a film, don't do any of this. Props to Tommy Wiseau for making his attempt. But this ain't This ain't good in any way. It's entertaining. It's entertaining for all the wrong reasons, though.
Well, there you have it. If you have any strong feelings about the show or the movie, leave it in the comment section below.
Make sure you hit the like and subscribe buttons, too. Be sure to bash that little bell icon so you don't miss what we've got brewing up next.
Follow us on social media. We got that Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Reddit. We're all over the place. And you can find us on YouTube, not to mention anywhere podcasts are available. You should give us a listen. Sometimes we're funny. Sometimes we watch The Room. And what can we say but we did not like it. We did not. No, I'm just kidding. It's okay.